Yo, what up people? Welcome to the stream. I just thought to myself, I'm gonna build some car setups and tag you along for the ride, so why not? What we have here, MTR Sim Sports. Hello from offshore in the North Sea. No sim racing for me until I'm home next week. You know, MTR, I actually did that work as well for 2 years. I worked for Paragon Offshore as a painter, roustabout, and then at some point I started welding a little bit, but yeah, so good stuff. Let's I wanted to start building a what do you call it? I wanted to build the Chevy a little bit to see how fast it is. I might also want to do an online race, but I want to have to see what is available at the moment. Awesome, yeah. So where are you at? Like what kind of service do you do on the offshore? Let me just get this right here. Okay. Dan. Yo, NOR, yeah, Dan. Welcome. Welcome, mate. Okay, that's everything is working. Let's have a look here, what we can do here. Don't know what's available. WAC experience. Nah, it's fixed. I don't want to do fixed. I work at Odfjell Norwegian drilling company. Maintenance supervisor. Bro. Oh, so you're actually so maintenance supervisor. So it's like you're just like taking on like putting people like mechanics and all painters and all that stuff to work, right? Awesome. All right. I'm not sure about this. I don't want to be fixed races. I'm a little bit fed up with fixed races. Ja. Oké, nou dan gist me even bij op mensen bed. Uit mijn bed. Oké? Goed?
Right, maar...
De best nou, we zijn op stream. Meest kistje. Dus, oké?
Right.
Ja.
Hoeveel knuffels?
Hoeveel knuffels? 3. 2. Oké? Tussendoor tegen? Oké, 3. Ja. Look after drilling equipment, mainly mechanical electricians. Yeah, very busy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I can imagine. It can be also when everything is going fine. Then, hey, Richard, how are you doing, man? Okay, let's go. Let's enough joking around. I wanted to build I want to build the Chevy. Then I also have an opinion about all the cars at some point. So let's go. I absolutely love the sound of this car. So let's give ourselves 45 minutes to do it. Tire warmers on. Let's go. And also it will be an important test for my VR headset because it was failing on me quite a few times. Now I'm on an old update. I might test a different update with the different files that they sent me, Pimax, but it's not looking really good. Love watching all the sim content online when I can't play myself. I used the Ghost and they asked to get my LFM license. Noise. Did you like the Ghosts, mate? I mean, the Ghosts are a great hack to follow. It's really good. Thanks for the support, by the way, MTR Sim Sports. That's awesome. Glad to see that people using it. So, okay. Let's have a look here. Okay, so I already came up with a low wing. We're gonna need to test that. Detached. Okay, I'm also having an idea about dampers, but more on that later. Yeah, I used the setup too, and I found it good to get the. Okay, good stuff. Just so know that in the Patreon store, there's from basically every track. There's a few missing. I still need to build a few. Okay, bump. I need to test this. How this setup is actually. Powertrain. Okay, this one we need to change. That's that. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's do some laps. Let's save that with the new. Okay. Yo, Dave, my man, how are you doing, man? Okay, let's go.
Logging enabled.
Let's do some laps. Something is off. It's very big in here. Okay. I think so. What about the gearbox? Not super sure. Okay, so yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I just thought to myself, let's build some car setups, and I just thought to open up stream, you know. Still happy. How's the audio, guys? Yo, GT Gamer, how you doing, man? I've just thought to make a little bit of a more chill evening for myself. It's actually really good. Like, I like this, how it's rotating on the throttle. I think we can take this to different tracks. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm in a good place. So I'm also very busy though. I installed an air conditioning in this room, so I can feel the nice cold air now because I was sweating a lot, and I got fed up with it. So oh, in the wet Le Mans, okay. Yeah, I might have a look on the wet conditions too with the setup building, right? Okay, totally missing my breaking point here. Interesting. Need a little bit more car audio. This might be better. Yo! Pastorino, what up, man? How you doing? Can't change the gear ratios on a Corvette. Okay. Is that necessary? I don't know. Okay. McLaren, got it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Gonzalo. How are you doing? This is good. Nice. I don't know if this doesn't look really good, the gear ratio. Still a little bit tail happy. Definitely very forgiving on the braking. That's what I like. it's I don't know, it's just this car, it might not be quick, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, you're already on 64? Yeah, 64, alright. I'm on 110. Let me read that message, Pastorino, just a moment. I think the setup is good. I like this. Not okay, I did a lot of mistakes, and with the half full tank and the light grip track,
Log building finished.
I think we are good with a 220. It's not really fast, the 222, but getting better each day. Going to spend a lot of money on my car this month so I can buy. So I can't buy my rig monitor this month. Okay, then we need to wait another month, Pastorino, don't we? Why do you need to spend so much money on your car? A lot of fun online because there are not people sweating T1 like ACC. Oh well, the experiences vary, I think, at GT Gamer, because yeah, sometimes it does, right? We need community races. We need a league for LMU, I think. I feel. Okay, here we go. Level 5 low downforce, pretty good. Dealer maintenance 400 euros. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah. I know your wages, and yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, okay, you like it. All right, ACC because of the driving and LMU for online. Interesting. Let's put this to 9, and for the rest, I think this is pretty good. And let's review this one. High downforce. This 1 to 9 and this 1 to 5 and 3 and 3. It's a little bit of a 3 and 3. I like that way. I have money for it, and I could just buy the monitor, but I like to save a lot each month. Yeah, and you should. You know, create some buffer, create some safety net, instead of living on the edge all the time. I get it. Yeah, okay, let's drive this, because every time I want to feel the car, and then we'll bring it to another track, see how it is. It's a lot slower now on the straight, which isn't bad. It's just to set a baseline of the car. Okay, you're getting closer. You need another donation, don't you, GT Gamer? End of the month? What are we thinking? Well, with the gloves, it's more like when I saw the gloves the first time, and I was like a little bit always like laughing about gloves, but if you have a wheel that has a little bit more torque, then I have just so much more grip with these gloves, so I don't have to squeeze the wheel so much. And when I got the sync mesh gloves, somebody gave it to me, like you know, the Alex, the owner, founder of sync mesh, gave them to me for their own marketing campaign. And I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, yeah, okay, I will wear those gloves, whatever. But I catch myself using them more often than not. Sometimes I don't use them and I'm like, I want to wear them. So is it absolutely necessary? I don't think so, but especially if you go for longer stints and you have a little bit of a more like a stronger wheelbase, then I have to recommend it, yeah. So look at the delta, guys, and what it means to have a high downforce versus a low downforce on Spa. Look at the delta, mate. Look how much you're losing out on straight with a high wing. See that? Half a second. We're not even reaching the 250. Now you should think that we're gonna win it over here. Just a little bit of the... My driving absolutely sucks. I had a very busy day, so if you're here for the best driving inputs, then go somewhere else. And look how fast we are in corners with the high wing. This is a little bit of a... You fucker. Just a little bit of that pitching.
Log building finished.
Interesting. Okay, let's keep up with chat. I think I make it in 3 months. Alright. Yo, Arnout, I finally started with LMU. It's really fun to drive. Now if it just could get faster. Yeah, that's always the case, yeah? Ah, that's better. Suit and shoes off. Tracky, bottoms on. I don't understand that. I don't understand the comment, mate. Sorry. Dave, I don't understand. Okay, so it started to oversteer, so it's kind of tough. How are we here? We have such a, like, we almost have, we don't have a lot of adjustability as of for spring. So it was pitching a little bit. What about dampers? Okay, that's already pretty hard. What about rebound? Maybe we need some more rebound on the back. That will help us out. A little bit of extra rebound. Why? Well, now the extension is going a bit slower, so we keep a little bit more of that aerodynamic on the back with a little bit stiffer rebound. So let's try that. The rebound to the front is pretty low. That's making sure the front will jump up rather quickly as we go on a throttle. I think we can use that. I came home with a business trip and suit and shoes, and I was like, oh, yeah. It's I understand. I totally understand, Dave. And if you wear those clothes you have on now for too long, then you will actually start to feel really filthy, right? You want to get back into that in that suit and get a shower, sort of. At least that's how I feel. Okay, good. That one was detached. It's pretty loose. Have a really okay, anti-roller front, not that super high, but it is pretty high. We might run a little bit stiffer, a little bit extra of that brake bias. We have this one 9. Okay, let's do one more lap. Let's save this. Let's try again.
Locking enabled.
Okay. And guys, and I think I want to appreciate everyone that's in here in the chat. And if you're here, say hello so I know who's here. Say where you coming from, what are you doing at the moment. I'm just building some car setups for this Chevy. I'm not gonna publish it like I did with the Yo, Jimtastic, thanks man. Steven, hello, hey mate, welcome. So I'm not gonna publish this car setup. I published the Porsche and the Ford for free, and some specials for the Patreons, and we have the Ferrari 296 and the McLaren and BMW. But as the game starts, will come with new updates for the GT3 cars entire model. I cannot get more premium setups in the setup store because I cannot update all of these setups when they come with new updates. So we need a time that the setups are going to be more stable, or there's going to be less drastic changes to the tire model for me to keep up with the setups. And if you bought one also for ACC, it's always a good idea to go back to the store and re-download the zip file, because there are chances that it's being updated, that I updated it. Yeah, so okay, now it's really good. I like the car a lot now. Like this, a little bit of this bump dampening change and a little bit of brake bias, it feels a bit safer now. Yes, Dave. And like, Dave, are you from, like, where are you from the UK? Like the village, town, city area? Okay, one lap. Gymtastic, Long Island, New York here. Aye, okay. So that's like afternoon, right? Mid-afternoon? Am I right? Iowa. It's interesting to see that 20% of the views on my YouTube channel are actually from United States, which is wild if you ask me. Ah, come on, don't be... will not count. Oh yeah, 247, yeah. Scotland. Yorkshire, alright mate. Oh, but understeer now. So it is affecting the... Might want to remove some dampening on the front as well. So you can see in the corners that the delta is kind of dropping. I did a lot of driver mistakes here, but I might not go back to the fourth gear here that soon. Okay, now this corner. This corner is vital. This is better. Okay, one more lap, and then we do the mid downforce. Because I want that clean lap, right? I'm also driving under the limit just to get more of a feel. Like if I start pushing a lot, then I make a lot of mistakes. We invalidate laps and yeah, not really good. But it is necessary to have this full throttle here. I had to do a small lift to make corner. Yeah, and again, Delta is absolutely insane when you have a high wing, and it's actually really slow on the straight. Same as the Porsche, it's kind of slow on the straight. Hey, and Dave, you know what I have now? I build an air conditioning here in this room. So it will be 20 degrees here when the birds are basically falling off the rooftop this summer. So, yeah. Okay, do I win some time in this sector? Not that much. A little bit of time, but not enough. Well, we gained quite a lot of time in that second sector, so it's kind of behaving well with the high wing in the corners. But now we're losing just so much time on the straight. But I think, and it's also a 23, so after the last update, cars got slower. They did. They really got slower.
Building finished.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot turn the camera right now, but it's on now, and I feel like this very like nice cold, like a cold wall of air coming over me. It's absolutely amazing. It's gonna be so freaking relaxed. I spend a lot of money to have it, but yeah, I take this this area pretty seriously these days. So I cannot make a video when I'm sweating my ass off, right? Okay, setup is good. Let's go to the mid downforce that I now need to test. We might want to have a comparison here. Comparison? Is that even a word? I don't think so. So, and by the way, guys, if you didn't know yet, I am from the Netherlands. Most of you might know this, but I actually live in the north. And the north is full of like nature and like small villages. And it's actually it's like a lot of water, a lot of lakes, a lot of like tourism. It's absolutely great and quiet place where I live. And we have a few cities, and we have a lot of companies that like welding companies for food industry, and that's like my base basic my freelancing job still at the moment. And so I don't have to commute a long time to do my work. And yeah, so let's just geographically tell you how that looks. I really want to do that right now. So a little bit off topic. So if you're here for setups, get a cup of tea or a coffee or whatever. I want to show you. So if we go to let me just get it right up here. So this is Holland, right? And I live in this area. So you can see how much lakes you have here, right? This is the town where I live, Aalst. It's near this city. It's really small. My job is currently here, Leeuwarden, and these are all like the nature. You know, it's all forest. If you go to, how do you go to the freaking other side? I don't know. The, like green. It's all green basically. So now I know. Awesome. Back to the screen. Okay. So we have a good high downforce. We have a good low downforce. And we're gonna take that to different tracks today. And let's look at the mid. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's really good. Maybe I'm gonna make a special video on like where we live, but I'm also considering to build another YouTube channel for a boat project that I'm building. But that's absolutely unrelated from SimRacing, so that will be another channel at some point. I'm considering this, so get me there. Haha. It's yeah, we're quite fortunate here, and like all that water and all that lakes and all that stuff, everywhere there's like pumps and like systems to keep those waters leveled. So if we have a lot of rain, you know, it's never to our doorstep. It's always draining away or pumped away or pushed aside, or it's unbelievable. Okay, good. This one needs to be 2 and 3. Let's push this one on 9 and let's compare it to the high downforce setup. Or to the low downforce setup. Okay, we have some toe. We need to, I think we need to get rid of the toe. Dampening. Spring rates is stiffer. We have some packers. That was probably reducing the understeer. Alright, mate. Let's try this out.
Locking enabled.
A little bit of understeer. Might want to need some extra ride height. Now I'm just pushing it too hard. So it's basically steering the car and braking too much. And that's what, then you get this effect. Quick. Now it's just like, okay, yeah, the inflation comes back at higher speeds. I like there's like this plate somewhere in the chassis that's kind of resonating with the vibrations of the engine. I think this car has the best sound of the whole game, at least for the GT3 cars. It's about, how far do I live from Spa? That's actually like 4 or 5 hours drive, I think. It's like, well, I'm not sure. It's like Belgium is like 3.5 hours drive, and then maybe another 1.5 hour to Belgium, so like 5 hours, I think. Never been there in real life though, but we're gonna go there. Maybe this year. Okay, it's understeery a little bit. Need to get rid of that. Not really happy how this car behaves. Let's have a look.
Log building finished.
Let's have a look in the setup screen. So it's understeering in the... I'm actually about an hour and 50 minutes from mid-Ohio. All right. Yeah, well, if like Holland is so small, if you drive for 3 hours to any direction, you're basically leaving the country. So, and we get our, like the area that I showed you, it's basically reachable within 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can go to the whole province, basically. So everything is close by. If people are in half an hour in the car, they already start complaining that they're commuting so long. So, sweet home Alabama here. Nice. Like, again, I think it's very, like, I don't know, or people just more on YouTube in the United States, but the traffic that comes from the States is absolutely insane. It's like 20% of people. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, we got some understeer now, Rouge, so we cannot make the turn full throttle. So let's do a little bit more ride height. Now we get a little bit more rotation. We get some, like, we're inviting a little bit of aerodynamic flow on those front tires. And because we are high speed, spring rates do not really affect this. We also have, oh, excuse me, we also have a little bit of an issue with the braking. It's also kind of oversteery. So what we might do is we want to maybe increase a little bit more packers to get, like, we're robbing the rear tires a little bit from grip, to create a little bit more rotation. Now these ones are really soft, so I might stiffen up the bump a little bit to create some force on these rear tires. My family came from Switzerland originally. All right. And then they like moved to the States. That's not that easy, is it? I mean, you or to get like visums or like that kind of stuff. Slow rebound, also pretty... I might want to stiffen this up as well a little bit. So a little bit more rebound. And let's go to the... let's push a little bit more brake bias. So I'm making a lot of changes. I'm doing a lot of shortcuts here because I'm short on time. Always short on time. And yeah, we have this one detached. Okay, mate. Let's try this then. Hopefully it will be a bit more rotating in the fast corners and safer on the entry of the corners. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, that was quite some time. They didn't have SimRacing back then, did they?
Logging enabled.
Okay, let's drive again. Buggy racing, yeah. Oh, look at this. More rotation. You see that? You see how that works? You just create a little bit of a stiffer damper and a little bit of extra packer distance, and now we're inviting some force to the tires. They overload a bit more, and voila. I also get more rotation here, so. Also the dampening helped a little bit. It's just behaving so much better. This is a little bit of a... Obviously it's level 5, so... Maybe a little bit more brake bias. Just push a little bit more. Make that a little bit more safer. It's kinda interesting that with the low downforce setup we can do a little bit of a lower wing setting, so we kinda are in the limit on ride height and packer distances. I don't think we should go higher than 1.5 on the packers on the back. It's creating rotation here, but maybe later on in the setup screen again I will explain how we can create a safer variant of this setup. So stay tuned for that. Now we should not lose out so much in the straight with the mid wing. We're still gonna lose out, but it's not gonna be that extreme than with the high downforce setup. Small lift. We're gonna probably lose like 3/10 here. Still, it's a little bit of a off balance for me. Don't really like how this car behaves, and it's a little bit of a... I don't know, it's hard to pinpoint. Okay, so this is a thing, and if you saw some of my videos, you see that these... we need to survive that corner.
Finished.
Even with a high wing, so or with a mid wing or whatever. And the reason why this keeps happening is because we might have too low packers on the back, but now we get the understeer back. So what we are going to do is I'm going to push this on 1 and I'm going to push this one on 0.5. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we might want to get the rebound back. And we just call this a day. So let's keep this. I do want to do one more lap, actually. Maybe want to add some anti-roll bar. Keep this on -3. Let's do like this. Save it. If you like, let's say you watch this back later or whatever, if you want to copy this as a mid downforce setup, this is something that I definitely would use. Then to make it safer, you just increase the packers. You shorten up your suspension travel on the front, and it's gonna make it so much more forgiving on the front. But let's see it 0.5 for now and see how it acts.
Locking enabled.
Where did the track go? We don't need a track, do we, boys? No, we don't. All right. Curious how El Rouge now will be. Still doable. So Packers not really then influence the high speed situation on El Rouge, which is good because it's gonna give us some safety on all the other corners when we're braking. It's still very rotaty, of course. Hey Michiel, man, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, mate. I'm building some setups and how are you doing? Everything okay? Well, here it's very nice. Now I hope it's gonna be nice in this next corner. Okay, this is a lot better. And that's just the Packers. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Understeer here. Let me just try to get a decent lap in before we take this setup to another track and do some tests over there. I want to show you some dampers on the Sebring. It's really interesting. I didn't have any issues as of yet. We might want to go to ACC and do like a sprint race or something to test it out. Okay, yeah, I can imagine why you want a front engine. This car, this engine sound, absolutely love this car. Definitely my and again you got that understeer. Okay, that's just gonna be it. Also with the high downforce setup, it just needs a small lift there.
Log building finished.
Let's hope and pray that this car will get some sort of an update. I didn't have any issues with VR. I don't know what time is it? Nah, I'm not gonna go into an ACC race right now. I'm not feeling like it. I'm also wanna do a little bit more of these streams. Just like I wanna like this is what I do. This is what I do a lot. I created. This is just what I love to do, you know. And this hard racing, like being on track, grinding, sweating. It's nice to do, but like. At the stage where I'm now, I'm really into the building content, writing newsletters, creating new videos for the channel in the future, and having those massive amount of practice sessions to be in the hard racing that is just not fitting at the moment, because I also want to explore this game a lot. So. Anno's garage sessions, yeah, something like that. We need to. We had car setup Sunday in the past with ACC, so something like I don't know, it's garage Sundays or whatever. I don't know, could be fun. Yeah, we want this setup. Okay, so now we go out of here. And we still have all the hypercars and the LMDH prototypes all these cars we could still do, but we're just sticking with these cars for now. Where is it? Sebring. 5 minutes. Yep. You know, Michiel and everyone else who just jumped in, but I have an air conditioning now in this room. It's really good. No more sweating. And when the summer comes, we're now in the spring, and the sun. It was a nice day today, and we already feel the temperature climbing in this room. So yeah, air conditioning, mate. So we have this setup, and I think we need to do the mid downforce. We're gonna carry this over into this track and do some testing. When you first open up Le Mans Ultimate, you're so confused with this pit boxes and where you need to go. But I will just show you the way. Okay, here you need to go. I have to think about air conditioning too. It's a game changer, and I really hate that word because it's not changing the game, but as I'm for comfort. I mean the PC, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. And also the PC, you know, it's also creating heat. So yeah. I hope it will be strong enough for the summer, because it's getting, like, really hot in here. So, Sebring. Really bumpy, right? So let's see how the car acts with these bumps. It's pretty skittish. Yeah, that's a guarantee. Yeah, Steven, it's the attic. It's on a top floor. Yeah, so it's it gets really hot in the summer. And also, as for roofing isolation, also pretty bad. So there is some, but it's not a lot. So one hot day, and we're like tropical temperatures in this room. Yeah, you live in a hot place, I know. Do you have air conditioning at home, TT Gamer? It's actually pretty slow, but I'm like still need to learn a little bit this track. One more lap. Fan bottle freezed water. Yeah, that doesn't work. I tried it. I'm not sure. Like, what do you guys think? I think this car is pretty slow. There's a little bit of focus here. I don't think this is that quick. 205.5. I don't. Bruh. I want to have 202 or something. That would be more something I think would be quick.
Building finished.
But anyways, it is what it is. What do we have here on the chat? Do you have an external air conditioning unit or internal? I have the split unit, the engine outside, and I have the unit in here. Ruthless, thank you for joining the team. For being a supporter, mate. Thanks. Means a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm fan only. I'm used to it. Okay. So. Nice. Yes, Ruthless. Thank you, mate. So, and we still need to do that, that stream, yeah? Let's schedule that. So, yeah, we have, a lot of Stevens. We're getting Steve and Steven invasion here, yeah. We have so much Stevens. It's unbelievable. I didn't know that, like, we could have so much, but yeah. Okay, good. So, the setup. I did this with the Porsche. Let's see if it works on this car. So we have this setup. The mid downforce with a 205.5. It's just not really impressive. Thank you, Ruthless. Thank you, mate. Thanks a lot. And thanks for advanced support, mate. So what I did with the Porsche was this. We took off all dampening. Let's have a look how it drives. So it will be a test. To see, if you really want to test something in car setups, you just need to go extreme. And feel the difference. And now we just removed all dampening. So it basically means we're creating more tire contact throughout the lap. Now we did a pretty decent lap. And let's call this low dampers 5. Low dampers. For Sebring. And let's have a look if this is actually more on the, like, better on the bumps and all that stuff. Oh, wrong button. Let's try again.
Locking enabled.
So now the compression will be, we allow the springs to have more compression. It will allow to extend out of the spring faster as well. And it would result in more tire contact. So let's have a look if that's actually the case. Because the car was pretty sketchy and stiff and bumpy. It was really like a lot of bumpiness to it, and let's see if we could, with the super low dampers, see if that's actually improving. Look how like a mattress the car is now. Look at like how calm it's like. Like it became really calm all of a sudden. It's what I will say, that it's really harsh on the packers, probably. So, because we don't have any dampening, it's just very, like, the suspension is, like, especially with the bump compression, it's bottoming out really quickly. We need to look at the delta to see if we're actually getting quicker. This car is, you know, Michiel, this car is insane. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I made this comparison in ACC as well, but this is definitely the forbidden fruit, which is not good for me because I feel it's pretty slow. But yeah, my heart starts to beat faster using this. Yeah, let's do a nice lap. It feels safer, but it's also really sluggish, which is kind of obvious, obviously. And it makes sense to have a little bit more grip in these super slow corners, because the suspension is just so compliant and so moving in cohesance with the tire road surface. But in the fast corners we might suffer. So basically the same, right? So like I didn't really feel that I was making a mistake in this lap. So it doesn't necessarily mean that like different dampers gonna give you some sort of a magical lap time, which is good.
Log building finished.
Because there are other games that dampers give you a bunch of lap time. No Sims mentioned. So let's talk about this, because what tends to happen here, I don't know if I can get the slides. Maybe we'll get the slides, that would be fun. To see you can find it. Where is it? Oh, we have a bunch of slides here. Yeah, let's use this one. Need to open this project. Soft springs. Just a moment, guys. Be patient. Sometimes I get lost, you know. Okay, yeah, this was it. Because I have so many projects ongoing. Okay, let's talk about it. And this was an old video, which I need to redo, but we'll do that with this game. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Full screen. Yeah, here we are. So if you have a very soft bump, then bump setting, then every time you have a an uneven road surface, the suspension will be very compliant to go up and down. So if you have a low rebound and soft and low bump setting, this will be pop, up and down, right? The wheel wants to follow the road surface. If you have very stiff bump, then the wheel will not push up that quickly. So you get this situation. Now the tire overloads, and when you have very stiff dampening on the rebound, then high values, that means then the wheel will be midair, right? So you lose tire contact. So that's a little bit of a thing. But when we have a lot of this stuff going on, very soft dampers, soft bumps, like fast rebound, like the rebound is going like really quickly, then you also have a lot of body roll and pitching and squatting, and that might be, from an aerodynamic standpoint, not so desirable. So obviously we need to make a compromise, right? So let's talk about it some more. Now, it doesn't really make sense to have also the lowest dampers, the lowest rebound, but the soft rebound is something that I really like. So let's go a little bit less extreme. And we go 22, so this is like 25% if we put it on 5. Now, rebound, kind of want to have always a little bit of a higher rebound. Why? So we want a car that squats in but goes slowly up. Or else it will be jumping, right? Especially when you increase the bump. So let's do 5 and 10, and also for the back and 10. And let's do the fast bumps. Now, fast bumps, maybe we can keep that on 0, and we're gonna go for a little bit more rebound dampening. So I don't really feel like you should isolate fast bump, fast rebound, slow bump, slow rebound. I think they work together. I don't really see it as a completely different metric, because if we have a fast bump, like a jump, then they might say, yeah, that's the fast bump. But anyway, the slow bump is also gonna take part of that movement. So it's still the same component, really. Spring rates, interesting. Let's drop them. Let's drop the spring rates, because I think that can be handy. Okay. Let's save this. Let's keep calling them low dampers. This is just experiment, guys.
Locking enabled.
So, different dampers, softer springs. Oh, sorry, I totally ignored this message. I like how the Corvette looks from the outside, but I don't like the dashboard, so I don't drive it. The dashboard feels a little bit like it was created in 1995, right? With the numbers. But yeah. A little bit later of braking. Oops. Understeer. Lots of understeer. So the springs are really dominant now. Okay, let's do a lap now with this different rebound, bit more rebound on the dampers. Kind of screwed up that corner. but this does feel a lot better. So extreme values on the dampers don't really work, but in the apex here. But this car really felt good, so 205, like almost 204. I don't know if that's so quick, but it's something. So let's go back to the garage.
Log building finished.
And let's look if we can copy these dampers to the low downforce. So we have these dampers 5, 10, 0, 10. Okay, good. And we have softer suspension. So that would probably be the reason why we're getting faster, because of these low spring rates, because low springs on bumpy tracks is generally a good idea. So this one we keep. Let's resave this, and we call this mid downforce level 5. And we have this for low dampers. Yeah, we call it low dampers. Good. So now we want to take the low downforce, this one, and we want to get rid of these springs again. And we want this 5. Yo, chat, you still working? Or did everybody leave? What happened? Oh, okay. Phew. I thought at a moment that I was talking into the void. That's what I was afraid of when I started that YouTube. That when I was not going to go live until the point that I would have at least 1,000 subscribers, so I would know there was like 2 guys in here, you know? But obviously it's more. I don't watch the view counts. I get nervous. If I get nervous when there's like 100 people, which I think never happened, and I get nervous when there's only 6 people. Like if it started out 30, 40 guys and then it's all of a sudden 6 guys, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I don't want that distraction. So that's why I don't look at it. So sometimes it goes quiet in the stream, and I'm like, bruh, is there actually anyone here? Okay, Johnson, awesome, good stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what do we do now is low down for setup from Spa with these damper settings and lower suspension values. And you know, you guys are saying learning. I'm learning too, but I'm just like taking you to the process. This is how I'm thinking about using this, because if you go into Motec, you cannot see the histograms, and so there's we don't know what we're actually doing, but we can get a great feeling. Okay, so let's try it out.
Logging enabled.
Love the sound of the car, man. Did I notice that? Did I say that already? Love this sound. I have my VR is working so well. It's great. I didn't have one drop or problem here, because last race we had VR issues, tracking issues. Okay, low downforce, so we have a bit more struggle in the corners. The sound of this car is just making it so really freaking real. It's like giving me goosebumps almost. think we might be kind of slower with low downforce, low wing. Yeah, we're gonna be slower, most likely. Now, obviously, having a few extra kilometers on that straight in a race can be of huge importance, right? Just having that edge, I mean, it can make or break your race. So yeah. Hey Ringle, mate, you want to go come here in the chat? Actually interesting how fast we are. Okay, we lost it all in the back end, but I'm good, man. I'm good. You want to go come into the chat? Get into the stream? Talk a bit? So everybody can get to know you a little bit more? What do you say? Interesting. We're actually doing a 204 with this setup, so...
Log building finished.
So, yo, mate.
You hear me?
I hear you, mate. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing?
I had a visitor, he just left.
Ah, okay.
So,
Good stuff. So, I was building some car setups. I took the Chevy and I took it to Spa, and I already had the setups. And now I was in stream building the dampers. And the funny thing is with the dampers, if you remove them completely, it's like driving on a waterbed, on a mattress. And what's also
oh yeah.
yeah, so it's also kind of funny is that you can hear in this car the suspension bottoming out. So you can actually hear the wheel, the spring compress and hit the bump, the packers. Like tuk, 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 tuk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and is it the packers you hear?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's the end of the it's not the floor. I don't believe it's the floor of the car.
No, never.
No, it's not possible. I think it's even restriction, right? Guys, a little bit of an introduction. Ringelberg, he used to be a real race car driver in TCR. He did a lot of karting back in the day, and also TCR racing. So he's actually like I verify a lot of my knowledge with him. So, and most of the time he says, yeah, I know that's about right. So that's giving me some confidence, right? So, so yeah, I think as the restrictions of how these cars are set up, you cannot easily bottom them out, right?
No, normally not, because when you have damage, it means that the car is on the floor, because you can have suspension damage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know if you're on the. I can share my screen. Then maybe you have this live. That would be better. Just a moment. Deel je scherm. It's you know what's kind of wild is that this is still the ultimate version 0.5, right? I mean, how much updates are we gonna get before it's like these are my damper settings. You can see them now.
Yeah, I see them.
So
But it feels meta, or
no, absolutely not. Because if you just do everything on the, we can make that experiment, right? This is what they do in ACC, yeah, hard rebound, and let's do that because it doesn't work in this game. I'm certain of it.
okay.
But we could try it.
For the people who are interested, tomorrow I'm going to open a practice server again on for the LMP2.
Okay, good stuff.
In Interlagos.
Okay, share it in the Discord. Then, like on the general LMU, or I can put it into news or whatever. Because but it's with the LMP2.
You're Tortil. You don't know when you're back. You don't know.
No, I don't know. Maybe if I'm lucky, it's gonna be in beginning afternoon. But I have some other stuff I need to do. So okay, so what this means now is we have
a shopping cart.
Well, yeah, we have a suspension that is very eager to travel inward, but as soon as the suspension needs to extend, it's actually going very slowly. So this means the car will jump, will dive very quickly, and it will keep being low on the road surface. And traditional car setup theory says that we're gonna miss out on a lot of tire contact. The semi-god Leon, I tried your McLaren setups, they are good. Thank you, mate, thank you. And I'm glad you like them.
Is it with the 533 with the 533
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good way with the rotation.
Look at this, I don't have any grip. This is what meta dampers do.
No, you know it works fine in LMU.
In LMU, this is
absolutely. The physics are good now.
The physics, the suspension models are absolutely giving me a hard one. Absolutely, because
they are correct.
They're correct, yeah, they are. Because what this, like, I want to explain the audience, right? What did just happen? Like, we're losing tire contact. So what's happening? We're on the throttle. The bump setting is so eager that the wheels go into the chassis, but they don't go down anymore. And then when we have a bump, the wheel is in midair, and we don't have any grip because we're losing out on contact. And you could see the understeer, the oversteer, it just doesn't work. So, good. Nice. Okay, now we need to go back to the original values. So yeah, let's. I'm kinda curious what I'm gonna do now. Let's go for the high downforce and see how high downforce setup could be faster here. But I put my fastest lap time now is a 2:04. I don't think it's that quick, is it?
No,
It's not
I
that.
think they do low 2 minutes.
Yeah, the fastest guys, right?
Yeah,
I saw Mitchie Horner. He did like a 2:01.
yeah.
So that's but yet he's also an esporter, I believe, right? I'm just a hobbyist, really. But I know I like to build car setups. That's my my thing.
I was today practicing in Interlagos,
Yeah.
and I watched some YouTube, and everybody was, and you can see how quick it go in this game. And they did a 28-0, 28-0, you know, with the fixed setup.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, holy fuck, you know, how I going to do in my life 28-0, and in the end we do low 27s.
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
quicker, almost in the 26 even.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Our teammate, yeah. I think, yo, it goes so quick in this game because it's, yeah, how it say, it's ACC with the,
it feels
yeah.
more like a real race car. So it's very intuitive.
Yeah, but it's not even that because the meta shit and the tricks, you know, with the 10% brake and the 80% throttle like ACC, yeah,
Yeah.
don't work in this game, you know. So you, yeah, the field is much closer because of that.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
It's
also
yeah,
yeah. There's like in ACC there's like this certain answer to how to do things, and here there's just many ways to do it, and
Yeah.
everybody's basically searching for what works best for them.
Yeah, and I have to say, Charlie is always a little bit quicker than me, and now also here, so that is also good.
Yeah, good.
Also good.
Yeah,
So it means, but the gap is not so huge, and the only is also LMP2 thing. I think to be consistent in that car is very hard, but I really like the also. You know, ACC, you can slam the brake,
yeah,
turn the car, and go on throttle.
yeah,
But in every corner. But in LMU, it's like a real race car. You know, some turns you have to hoover the throttle or the brake, and some turns you can slam it. You know, it's much more realistic.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
also understand that people don't like it
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's much harder, you know.
yeah.
And you also want to play a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit of the gameplay versus realism. Yeah.
Realism.
Yeah.
And that is what I was thinking, you know, and I hear what Charlie said, and I think, in a way you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I like the challenge because when you are very quick in this game, I think you can be quick everywhere. I think.
What I really like about Le Mans Ultimate compared to ACC, that it's like, I don't know, it feels in ACC that you have your car on a rail sometimes, and in a good way. You know, you can really feel that grip. But if then you want to do proper trail braking, you just lose out on pace, and you need to release it earlier than you want, or than it normally feels. But that will make you quicker, and it feels like a little bit like trickery with the braking. And over here, it's more like progressive. You can really trail brake here. So yeah.
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 But I really noticed today when you keep your when you keep a little bit brake with LMU, you have a much more front grip than when you coast through the turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you do wet racing already?
No, in Spa.
Oh yeah,
I
the
did one race in Spa. I sent you the photo. I directly fall.
Logging
My
in.
first
Yeah.
race ever, LMU.
ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. So I will do high downforce. Maybe that will make me 2 seconds quicker. I don't know. I think with the bumpy track, I think it's oh, we're running out of time, bro. We need to restart the session.
Log building finished.
I did a little bit of softer dampers like this. Can we retry this? Next session, restart session. Need to restart it. Let's have a look. But it's kind of interesting that the cars, I built basically setups for every car except the yeah, every car I tested. I still need to do the Aston Martin though. But what I found is that with the Ferrari, it's really important with the wing, with the pace you're gonna have, and this car is kind of like not that obvious, right? This car is just slow on straights. I hope they're gonna make some BOP stuff, because I know that this car just gonna lose out massively on tracks like this where we have a lot of fast corner behavior. But yeah, maybe that's in real life as well, I don't know, but okay, let's get that high downforce. So what do you think? We always need a little bit more rebound dampening than bump, yeah? Because else the car gets a pogo stick. Jump, jump, jump. So
Logging enabled.
by the way, these lap times, although it was a 2:04, the track grip is light, and we have a half full tank, right? So that's a little bit something to consider when looking at a fast lap time.
Oh, something else. I find out. We talk about, about you can't hear which wheel is blocking, eh?
Yeah.
But I find out in my game was in speaker,
Oh,
the sound. So
okay.
I changed the sound to headphone. So maybe it's in your game the same issue.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that later.
My sound massively improved after the switch.
Okay. I like this sound so much. Absolutely insane. Understeer.
You have tire warmer?
Yeah. They're like, you can see them now, right?
Oh yeah, 70.
these lines are also really important here, that you always take the shortest route, right?
Yeah. And here, go more to the left. Yeah.
Yeah, your line, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
guys, if you have a question for
and-
Ringelberg, just say, yeah? Sorry?
And I also noticed when you turn the wheel more quickly, some corners, you don't put it in the understeer. When you do that by ACC, you create directly understeer. And LMU also not. You can throw the car a little bit more.
Okay. I can really already feel that right now.
But
Turning it more.
it's quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn the steering wheel. It's not only how far or when you turn it, but also how quick you turn it.
Yeah.
Freeway.
Yeah. So I'm touching the throttle mid-corner, understeer, and we lose a lot of delta. It's really unforgiving. I think this is a great way to set up the dampers like we have now. Oh.
I just
We
want to
died.
say you
died.
have to double apex that turn.
Yeah,
I
To be-
always take the inside.
to be honest,
I never let it. Huh?
I don't understand that corner. I don't know what to do.
Okay. You know, yeah, it's almost triple triple
Trip.
apex. So you have the first, you know, when you come from the straight,
Yeah.
then you go all the way to the
Log
white line, and
building
then you
finished.
double apex it again. So it's
Okay.
a triple, but I always stay. So most of I take the shortest way through there.
Okay. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people, they go out really wide and then start cutting it. Late apex.
Yeah, but it's not quicker.
Okay. Okay, so more on the
And
inside.
when you see it as one turn from the straight to the next straight, to the start finish,
Yeah.
it's almost a triple apex.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a very strange corner, and when you have a little bit wrong line, there is also a bump somewhere.
Yeah.
Then you're fucked instantly.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so
But the shortest line through there is the quickest. So after the first apex, I take the two corners by the yellow line, so short as possible,
okay.
and then go to the middle, because otherwise, yeah.
Let's
My family enters. I have to go.
okay, good. All right, thanks for dropping in, and let's do it again sometime.
Okay, mate.
Yo, bye-bye. So, that was Ringelberg. Yeah, so a little bit of like playing around, and obviously you can go on and on and on, but I kind of understand now with the bump settings that we want to have low rebounds, slow bump, and I think also soft springs is a good idea on Sebring. So maybe I'm gonna update that to the other packs as well. Now, what I still want to do is try out the Aston Martin on Spa. And I'm gonna do low downforce first. And how about the chat, guys? Everybody still here? Okay, mate. I lost my YouTube stream in my browser, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, is this still on? So, okay, good. I'm also thinking about doing an interview with Ringelberg because he used to drive go-karts with Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, you know, and doing all this TCR racing, and he's like been to all these different places in the world. It's actually really special. We're basically friends because I'm talking to him a whole lot. It's really good. Okay, let's go for Spa, and let's go with the Aston Martin. I mean, bruh. Just a momentary glitch. Okay. Strange. Like it was only a small moment, yeah? Like a few seconds? Really weird. Okay, let's do one more try here. Getting a little bit... Like, normally these sessions take me like an hour, 2 hours. Like 1.5 hour, 2 hours, and then I'm saturated basically. What do you know? We're building these ones as well, but I don't remember how they are. Pretty soft. Soft springs. Also, we cannot change the ratio here. Brakes. Save. Okay.
Logging enabled.
It's actually very bad visual in this car. Like this windscreen. But yeah. That's something that is not really great in this car now. Yeah, it's a Moza, mate. Moza wheelbase. It's a R9. understeer. Definitely quicker on the straight than understeer. Understeer. Lots of understeer. Understeer. Way too much understeer.
Log building finished.
Understeer is the name of the game here. This one's pretty hard already. Might wanna suspension. Okay, so if we have a lot of understeer, we're just gonna create a bunch of ride height. Create some packers on the front. Okay, why did I do this? Why did I create packers and increase the ride height? Well, under braking, I don't want to have these there's a little bit of a I want the ride height to create rotation, but if I don't increase the packers with it, then under braking and cornering I will create a lot of like pitch depth and oversteer on the throttle. So if I get some more packers, then I get reduce this effect a little bit. Okay, well, it's on the side. You can see it on the side. So if you look at, I don't know if you can see it now. Like here it is. I'm really happy with it. It's very solid brand. Really happy with this wheelbase. Have you tried increasing the packers on the rear as you increase the ride height? That helped me a lot with the. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely Leon. It's like this is like now we don't have any bump stop range, right? And now we have the maximum bump stop range. So less range gets rid of the understeer, but being close to zero does give you the most potential for a fast setup. That's what I have on good authority though from a beta tester. He said it's nice to make the balance with the packers, but if you rely on very high packer distances, so let's say you were going over 2 centimeters, now you're missing out on the you're taking out pace out of your car setup when you reduce them too much. That's a little bit of a thing why I don't want to rely on them completely. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see if the understeer is gone now. I don't like the steering wheel of this car. Ah! That's too much. Yeah, it might be, Leon. It might be. So good that you're watching this stream. Yeah, it's saving your life. Saving your life, mate.
Finished.
I'm not saying that I will have a newsletter tomorrow. I have a really good newsletter on this, but it's not to say that we always want to run these low values, because if your car just gets really difficult, then obviously, yeah. I've been told as well. Yeah, I didn't invent the wheel here. I'm not gonna take credit for it, but I am a good listener. If people that are close to development tell me something, I listen. You know what I mean? And that's why you're saying we got. It's too much, man. I cannot bury that title. It's too much. It puts way too much pressure on me. Okay, good. Lowest wing, detached, maybe some toe. A little bit of negative toe on the front. That's gonna be okay. On the shoulders, yeah, too much pressure on the shoulders. Language barrier problem. Excuse me. Yeah, let's try a little bit more of this front springs, shall we? Maybe now it's better. Yeah.
Locking enabled.
And I found, Leon, that if I'm racing and I'm driving, I can kind of work under pressure, but creating streams, creating videos, me being under pressure is absolutely a devastating formula. It doesn't work. I put a lot of pressure on myself the last few months, and it hasn't been good for creating the content. So I'm kind of going back to how I started YouTube, and like going back to my, oh, nice, this feels really good. So, problem solved. Good setup. Yeah, so I'm going a little bit back to my roots, how I started the YouTube in the beginning, and creating content from that perspective instead of trying to like be greater, better all the time. It's also a lot about play and just not taking yourself too seriously, right? And by the way, Leon, there is something else you need to know about Porsche. It got BOP'd quite heavily. And by quite heavily, I mean like obesity heavily. We have like 100 plus kilos weight on that car for basically almost every track. So if you're like 1 second slower, that's obvious because of it. Yeah, exactly. So I was doing videos every week, and yeah, because that will probably not come back unless I really feel like it. Maybe I'll have an idea that I can execute really quickly, but every 2 weeks, a little bit of the idea. Okay, let's do a lap. Let's see how fast we are. I kind of gave up making videos. It's no longer worth my time like in 2024. And it's hard, yeah? Making videos, it's hard. And also, if you see no growth, it can be even harder. A little bit lift. A little bit of lifting. To 60 almost. Let's see the lap time and then we'll follow up with the chat, guys. I think this is pretty good. Understeer. Really understeering this car. But I also came from the Chevy, so it's kinda get used to this understeer, obviously. Because here it's not understeer, here it's okay. It's slow, isn't it? Same, about the same than the Chevy, so. Okay, let's
Log building finished.
let's have a look at the chat. I was uploading 2 videos per week, but barely post 1 video a week. Okay, my channel is very stuck and I'm done with that. Okay, so GT, if you ever want advice on building videos, just shoot, okay? If you wanna pick it up again. I hope they made the Corvette better because it was struggling a lot. And in real life it seems a very good car. I even saw a video of a real GT3 driver where they said the Corvette has the best. Corvette chassis is the best of all. Interesting. Really interesting. Corvette seems to be a bit pretty hard in the most real-life sanctioning bodies, probably due winning 8 races in a row, the SRO GT American last year. In 2025 it's struggling a bit. Okay, yeah, well, you always have this. You always have this balance of performance. It's just important that you're not losing out like basically every race, right? So it's okay to be fast one track and the other. So yeah. I think that we have a lot of work to do still on the different cars here. Just turn off this headset. So let's have a look. So we have so also try, I'm gonna build a damper preset solver for the packs because there's something there with dampers. You can really make the car behave differently. I don't think there is a lot of lap time in it unless you have really wrong damper settings like the ACC meta doesn't work in this game. So I have the pack for Porsche, McLaren, we have 3 setups for the Ford, we have Ferrari pack and the BMW pack, so I need to do these, the Aston, the Chevy and the Ford, but I really need to wait what's gonna happen with the next update, what they're gonna change again to fix these setups again. If probably the buyers aren't here, but people have bought a lot of setups from the store, and I have a feeling that they didn't update them yet. I will also tomorrow mention that in a newsletter, that I keep updating them. So also if you got them from me by direct message, if you want the newest versions, or you think there's a new version, ask me. So yeah. He was saying that he was on the side of the track and the vet always seems to be planted car in the slow and fast corners. Well, it's really interesting. I think it's a freaking great car. It sounds really freaking good, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bit slow on the straights though. So yeah. So guys, I want to thank everyone for being in the stream. See you all guys next time. Let's build some setups more. I'm considering, I'm not really sure I want to get into some sort of a league, or I want to create my own. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, really enjoyed the stream. Well, appreciate it, Steven. Good stuff. But I have a little bit of a problem here because I don't know how to stop the stream. Oh, here we are. Oh, okay, good. So, if I'm not mistaken, the one that said was Augusto Farfus. Oh, I wouldn't know all the names of these guys, so. Okay, good. Guys, I want to thank you all and see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.